I've traveled to more than 70 countries. I've seen trains run like clockwork in Switzerland and tuk-tuks held together by hope in Asia. But there's one place where things just work differently. Colombia. Everything here has its own rhythm, its own logic, and sometimes its own voltage. So today we're diving into things that could leave any American totally confused, amused, or shocked. Let's see how this thing goes. I'm Matt, the Americano. Let's get into it. So, in Colombia, you don't put toilet paper in the toilet. Yeah, that's where we're starting. I didn't know this. I found out the same way most Americans do, by confidently doing the wrong thing on day one. In the US, it's pretty straightforward. You go to the bathroom, you use the toilet paper, you flush it. It's not a debate. It's not even a thought. It's just what happens. It's like breathing. Nobody teaches you. It's just there, like gravity. But in Colombia, no. You finish your business and then they want you to place the used toilet paper in a trash can that's next to you. It's just sitting there. It's not even hiding. It's proud. It's just like, yep, this is me. I'm the poop bin. And then they say it's because the pipes can't handle it. And I'm like, how weak are these pipes? What are they made of? Paper? So now I'm in the bathroom panicking. I'm trying to remember what I already flushed. I'm thinking, was that one okay? Was it a soft flush? I don't even know how to undo a flush. I'm just standing there like I broke international law. And then I start overthinking it like, okay, do I fold it? Do I roll it up? Am I supposed to just drop it in? There's no training manual. Nobody tells you this. They just expect you to know how to trash your own toilet paper. I've never felt more like a toddler, just standing there in silence next to a garbage can that's seen too much. So yeah, you don't flush toilet paper in Colombia. You honor it. You present it to the bathroom bin, like a weird, very personal offering. Welcome to Colombia, where even going to the bathroom is a cultural learning experience, and maybe a little therapy. So after you've survived the whole toilet paper in the trash can thing, you think, all right, shower time. Something familiar, something normal. Nope. You step into the bathroom, look up, and then you see them. Actual electric wires, just dangling above where you're about to stand, soaking wet. I looked at it and thought, this is how my story ends? CNN headline, American electrocuted in Colombian Airbnb. And here's the crazy part. You don't control the temperature with a knob. No, you control it with water pressure. Too much water? Ice cold. Too little? Lava. The perfect setting? It's basically a dribble that feels like a sad plant mister. Colombians are like, don't worry, it's safe. And I'm like, oh good, because nothing says safe like wires and water. So there I am, shampoo in one hand, saying goodbye to my family with the other. Just trying not to die before conditioner. So American grocery stores, you know the drill. The meat section is like a science lab. Glass cases, shrink wrap, labels, barcodes, temperature sensors. Everything's so sterile you half expect a guy in a lab coat to hand you a steak with tweezers. Then you go to a Colombian market and the meat, it's just hanging there. Like it lives there. Big slabs of beef, whole chickens, feet, heads, everything. Just dangling from hooks like it's a horror movie prop sale or from an episode of Dexter. There's no plastic wrap, no cooler, just a guy with a machete and a wooden table older than your grandpa. And the wild part, nobody blinks. They buy it, they cook it, and they're fine. No salmonella, no recalls, no lawsuits. Meanwhile, I'm walking through thinking, I need a hazmat suit. And a week later, I'm asking which cut makes the best soup, because apparently my stomach's Colombian now. So I'm sitting at a red light in Bogota, just minding my business, listening to music, maybe picking my nose a little. I don't know, it's traffic. No one's at their best. And out of nowhere, this guy appears. I don't even know where he came from. He wasn't there, and then he was. And now he's cleaning my windshield. I didn't ask him to. I didn't roll down my window. I didn't give him the go-ahead nod. Nothing. I just blinked, and this man is aggressively wiping my windshield with an oil rag that's definitely seen a tough life. This rag has seen some things. I start waving my hands like, no gracias, and he just smiles like I'm part of the plan now. Like my car has been entered into a car wash against its will. And here's the worst part. When he's done, I feel bad. I didn't want the service. I didn't agree to it. But now he's standing there looking at me, and I'm like, well, did wipe something, so I give him 2,000 pesos because I'm not a monster. And I drive off with the windshield that's half clean, half worse than before. Like the left side looks brand new and the right side looks like it was wiped with an oil rag. And I'm just muttering to myself, yeah, but he did work hard, which is how Colombian gets you, with kindness, hustle, and a dirty rag. So in the US, we're very careful with names now. It's a minefield. You gotta ask, you gotta confirm, and if you get it wrong, you have to go on an apology tour. You call someone buddy, and they're like, Actually, I go by they now. And you're like, all right, I didn't even know you were a person yet. I just met you. But in Colombia, they skip all that. They just call you exactly what you look like, whether you look like it or not. You're skinny, you're flaco. A little chubby, gordo. You have blonde hair, mono. You're dark skin, negro. Tall guy, gigante. Bald guy, calvo. There's no shame, just brutal honesty and weirdly affection. And they'll say it in front of everyone. Hey Gordo, pass me the salt. Like, that's his name. No one flinches, not even Gordo. The first time I heard someone's wife call her husband Gordo in public, I braced for impact. I thought we were about to witness a divorce at brunch, but he just smiled, kissed her on the cheek, and went back to his soup. I was like, oh, this is love. And here's the real twist. If they ever use your actual name, it means you're in trouble. Like if someone yells, Juan Camilo, that man is done. It's basically the Colombian version of using the middle name in US. You've been upgraded from nickname to government-issued disappointment. So yeah, Colombia has this magical thing where they say wildly offensive-sounding nicknames, and it actually makes people feel closer. It's kind of beautiful. Horrifying at first, but beautiful. So I'm leaving a grocery store in Colombia. I've paid. I've bagged everything. I'm heading out. Seems like I'm done, right? Nope, not even close. Because now I have to go through the checkpoint. There's a security guard standing at the exit, not with a scanner, not even like a register or anything, just a highlighter. That's his tool. That's what's keeping this operation running. He takes my receipt, looks at it for about a half second, glances at my bags, which he definitely does not count, and then gives it one quick, confident swipe with the highlighter. Boom. That's it. No questions, no confirmation, just a glowing yellow streak across a piece of paper I was already done with. And weirdly, feels official. Like I needed it. I didn't realize until later that without that highlight, I genuinely wouldn't feel right walking out. I'd be halfway to the car thinking, did I just steal bananas? It does absolutely nothing, but now it's tradition. And I'm weirdly proud when I get mine. Like, yes, I bought these things. I did that. In Colombia, you don't just check out, you graduate, and the highlighter, that's your diploma. So in Colombia, there's this thing called pico y placa. It's a traffic rule that says, depending on your license plate number, you might not be allowed to drive that day. Yeah, you can own a car, but not drive it. Not because it's broken, not because you're drunk, just because your plate ends in the wrong number on a Tuesday. I woke up one morning, showered, got dressed, grabbed my keys, I was ready. And then I got a message that said, hey man, you can't drive today. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because your car is unlucky. They say it's to help with traffic and pollution, and I get that, I do. But then I see people just buying second cars with different plates. Or motorcycles, or they just drive anyway and say, well, I'll risk it. I asked a guy once if he ever got fined for driving on his restricted day, and he goes, no, but people did look at me weird. So now every day I wake up and instead of checking the weather, I check if I'm legally allowed to leave my house. It's like the DMV meets the Hunger Games. May your license plate always be in your favor. So in Colombia, you look up and that's where the real adventure begins. You'll see a telephone pole and it has cables, not like a few. I'm talking 1,000 wires going in every direction. It looks like someone let a group of toddlers loose with an extension cords during a sugar crash. And apparently every time a new company installs internet, they just add more cables. They don't take the old ones down. They're like, we respect history. There are probably wires up there that were probably installed in 2003, and you can tell by how aggressively they sag, like they've just given up emotionally. One time I saw a guy 20 feet up a pole, hanging by one leg, casually twisting 50 random wires together like he was doing friendship bracelets. No tools, no labels, no clue. And somehow, 5 minutes later, my router started working again. I don't know how, I didn't ask. I just sat very still and whispered, thank you. Colombian infrastructure is like black magic. A little sketchy, a little dangerous, but it works. Just don't touch anything, ever. So I'm pulling into a parking spot in Colombia. Perfect spot. No cars nearby, easy angle. I'm doing great. Honestly, it's one of my best parallel parks of my life. And then, out of nowhere, this guy appears. I don't know where he came from. I didn't see him before. He wasn't on the sidewalk. He wasn't in a chair. It's like he spawned, and now he's guiding me in. He's not even wearing a uniform. No vest, no badge, just confidence. He's yelling, Siga, Siga, Siga. Like I'm docking a cruise ship. I'm already parked, but he keeps going, Siga. And I'm like, I literally can't Siga anymore. Then he walks up, looks me dead in the eyes, and does that look. You know the one. International, are you going to tip me or are we going to fight about it emotionally for the next 4 hours? So I hand him a coin. I don't know how much. Whatever I had. It felt like the toll to leave the space without guilt. And the wild part? I'm not even mad. He didn't help. He wasn't official, but somehow he earned it. He Jedi mind tricked me into tipping for something I did by myself, while he stood there and took credit like a parking coach, and honestly, kind of respect it. So here's what I've learned after living in Colombia. It doesn't run on oil. It doesn't run on coffee. It runs on duct tape and optimism, and sometimes just whatever's lying around. Something breaks, you don't Google it. You don't call a specialist. You just stare at it until your neighbor shows up with a roll of tape and says, "Tranquilo, we'll figure it out." There are no manuals, no warranties, no correct tools, just a screwdriver from 1982, a plastic bag, and faith. And it somehow works. The rules here don't always make sense. The systems are like puzzles where the pieces don't fit, but people just keep shoving them in anyway, like it's fine. That's close enough. And the thing is, it is close enough. It works, not on paper, not in Excel, but in real life. People help each other. They laugh through the chaos, and even when nothing's working, everything still gets done. So yeah, it's confusing, it's frustrating, it's hilarious, and if you stick around long enough, it starts to feel like home. Because Colombia may not run efficiently, but it runs on heart and tape. A lot of tape. So yeah, that's life in Colombia. Toilet paper in the trash, wires in the shower, meat hanging out like it pays rent, and someone highlighting your grocery receipt like it's a legal document. And somehow, it all works. It's not efficient, it's not logical, but it's got heart. It's got community, and it's got a guy who shows up every time I park to tell me I did a good job. Which honestly, I need that. If you're thinking of visiting Colombia, do it. Just bring duct tape, exact change, and a good attitude, and maybe a second pair of underwear for that first electric shower. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you made it to the end without flushing anything you shouldn't, and leave a comment telling me the weirdest thing you've ever seen in Colombia or anywhere. And if you want more of this chaos, the kind you can laugh through, check out the Passport newsletter. I'll see you in the inbox or in line at a Colombian bathroom holding 3 squares of toilet paper and trying to find exact change. Take care, or as we say here, tranquilo. We'll figure it out. Till the next time, I'll catch you.